You're now tuning into the sounds of the Potnas podcast.
I'm feeling it. Hey, it's the Potnas podcast. It's episode 5. We in Houston, damn Texas. About to go live. I like my tequila with a super green lime. Yo, Dino, come and bring the vibes.
Come and bring the vibes, bring it to your damn highs. It's that boy D, yeah, he got green eyes. Psych, no he don't. It's some green eggs and ham.
Hey.
It's that boy D, yeah, I'ma raise some hell. David, Ivory, are you gonna spit?
Hey.
Oh man, damn, you super lame. You can
That's
kick
all right.
rocks. It's that boy D, I'm a fox.
Yo,
JT,
back
pick it
door.
up.
Hey.
Back door.
It's that boy JT and the boy. You threw me off. You were about to fuck it up.
See, I was about to catch it. I was about to catch it.
Hey, you can catch it off. We can kick it back off.
No, we can always kick it back off.
You wanna go? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Potnas podcast, where we're delivering our perspective on topics, news, and shit. We are your hosts, the Potnas. Starting from the left end of the table, we have Mr. Corn Pop himself, Cornito.
Hey, what up? Nice seeing y'all. D, welcome back. I appreciate it, bro. I'm good to be here.
Yes, next up is the partner who is working the board, my man Dino, a.k.a. the Dictionary.
What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Welcome back. Good to be here.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back, brother.
Good to see y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all looking good.
You looking good, bro.
I appreciate it. I know it. You know what I'm saying?
Pause. Okay. All right. And next up, we got myself. I am your favorite partner, JT, a.k.a. Young Tizzle, the live thrizzle, the life of the party, Mr. Northside Soon.
Oh, yeah.
Give me my explosion. Give me all that shit. Boom, bitch. Boom.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm so explosive. But
You egged that
not
on,
for
bro.
today.
It's your fault. He ate the taqueria.
But this episode is extremely special because we have our next very special guest.
We got J. Cole in the building. Hey, what's good, everybody?
Shit, he might as well be J. Cole on cool ass.
His head too big.
We have our first honorary partner stopping by
Hello.
to bless us with his presence. Ladies and gentlemen, the magnificent, the phenomenal, Mr. David Damn Ivory. Oh yeah.
I'm loving this so far.
What's going on, bro?
How you doing, man?
Good to see y'all, man.
How does it feel to be back today?
Hey, it's cold in the bitch outside.
It's
huh?
colder here than it is where you came from.
Super you came from the East Coast and you brought the
I tried to escape it, bro. I tried to escape it, but I'm back.
It's crazy.
It's
It was just 67 degrees like earlier last week. Earlier this week.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
about to be 69 once I get back.
Can I say that? Hey, I got to cut that out.
Cut that out. Cut that out.
Hey, but before we get into your background, I have a super serious important announcement to make.
Shit.
Oh hell!
Hey,
I'm not about to do that, man. I knew this was gonna happen.
drop and give me 50, y'all.
I'm not doing 50.
Drop and give me 5. Give me 5.
5. You got
right
me
now.
5. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Take the headphones off right now.
Right now?
And give me fucking 5.
Boy, if you don't get one thing,
If
that's
you
not
don't
gonna
get on the
happen.
goddamn floor.
No, listen. I'm
listening.
5. What's happening? One thing that's not. So I have the pleasure. Of bringing the videos that you guys see. This will not make. Wow. This will not make the cut. It's not make the cut. But I'll give you 5. You want your 5 now?
Absolutely. Right now.
Yeah.
Right fucking now. Right now.
On the bar.
Can we record this too?
On the bar.
On the bar. Either way.
Get your pretty ugly ass on the floor, nigga. Come on.
Wow. Oh, I'm digging it. Hold on.
Right now.
Pause.
Hold on. Let me go ahead and pull the mic off.
What?
Yeah. 5. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm okay. All right.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That's true.
I knew this shit.
So what number are we at? We're at 15. So, all right. 85 left. Huh?
We had 10 left. I mean,
85 left.
Wow. I knew this shit
It's
was
gonna be great.
I knew
Oh,
it was
yeah.
gonna keep count. We're gonna keep count.
yeah.
We're gonna keep count. So,
What more do you want?
we had 80. What was that? What was the count? 85?
85. Oh, yeah.
85.
He got 85 left.
85. Should have never signed
Nah,
up.
that ain't no power up.
Yeah, I missed something.
He lost the Super Bowl bet.
He bet against.
We've been
he bet
betting
against
up to
Brady.
it.
This nigga bet against Brady, bro.
That's right. He did.
Yeah. But see,
Who won? Who won the bet?
You know what?
I did.
Oh,
Okay, I just
oh yeah.
asked on the
So
camera.
you know what was on the like on the table? It was $50. It was 100 push-ups,
anytime.
and my nigga
I can call him whenever.
Papados, a full meal with a swamp thing.
The swamp thing.
That's a strong drink that they only allow
You
you
can
to
only
have two.
get
That's
two.
the
That's it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Y'all trying to go tomorrow? Y'all trying to go tomorrow?
Oh, we can go tomorrow. Hey, Courtney.
Yeah, I mean, shit, I ain't gonna be here, so
Nigga, we go right
I'm out
now.
of town,
Nigga,
so-
shit, I need one of the things.
yeah.
All right. That's
on y'all.
All right, so
Yep.
let's go ahead and get into the intro. So, David, thank you so much for taking the time, flying all the way from good old Boston, the East Coast. Just give us a little bit about your background. Tell us where you're from. Tell us where you're at right now, and tell us what you do, my brother.
Hello, people. Hello, world.
Oh yeah,
I am David Ivory.
David Damn Ivory.
I currently live in Boston, Massachusetts, but I am from the north side of Houston, Texas.
Where the money resides.
Where the Houston?
Where the-
Yeah, where the goddamn Houston?
side,
Yeah, play that
you know.
shit.
I'm so Houston.
Oh yeah.
I like that. And I am currently a cybersecurity consultant.
Okay.
Oh, is that the professional term?
That's what I do. Or, I mean, a few names I go by, right? Like
What high school you went to?
Hey, that's like a security question, bro.
Wow. What you think I'm gonna hack you?
I mean, but
Hey,
they asked
hey.
for like your high school mascot.
He's ashamed of his high school.
For the record, my high school whooped
can't
their high
hack it.
school's ass.
In what year? In what?
In choir, in band,
Come on, bro.
and chess, debate,
What?
slap boxing,
Okay.
left hand give me, left hand give me, and
How you don't get it?
B spike,
How
you
you
know,
don't get it?
the real shit. Tag, freeze tag, beat y'all ass in freeze
That's
tag.
what's up.
And
Hey,
UIL.
let's get into how we know Ivory. All right, so I'll kick things off.
Okay.
I know I first met Ivory my freshman
y'all
year
first meet?
at UT. That's where I met you, Dean.
Same time?
And that's where I met Ivory at
Yeah,
the
yeah,
same
yeah.
time.
Nice.
Yep. And and what we all had in common at the time, I came from high school. You know, I
Which high
was
school
I
was
was
that,
I
by
was
the
the
way? Hold on.
stepping
What
ass nigga.
what high school was that?
Oh, you already know the great Chester Nimitz. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, oh yeah. You will get shot in that motherfucker, huh?
No, actually, it really sucks because talking to other people in life at UT, I realized it wasn't normal to go through metal detectors.
No, yeah, at all.
Yeah.
Or have a mesh backpack.
Or have a mesh or clear.
Yeah, or clear backpack.
I was
Yeah.
like, that's not normal.
I was doing that shit since like 5th grade.
Yeah, me too. I didn't know that was normal. I'm talking to them like,
Well,
oh my
Ivory, you
God,
did grow up with the Mexicans, so
This is not gonna make it at all. We're cutting that out.
All right. Oh man. We made it so much worse.
But he's right though. I was in like quinceañeras, all types of shit. I was in quinceañeras, all types of shit, bro. For real.
I wish I had like a quinceañera soundboard or something, bro. That shit.
hey
is
man,
hilarious.
I choreographed a lot of quinceañeras, you know.
Yo,
For real.
Bachata, I'm the bachata king.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Greens Point.
Guns point.
Oh yeah.
chill. Why we gotta?
Yeah.
Why we gotta do all that?
All right. But no, so I was a stepping ass nigga when I was in high school and middle school, and when I got to college, I was like, "Yo, show me the steppers," and they all pointed. And everybody pointed me in the direction
David.
of SAB, Student African American Brotherhood. I'm sure other colleges got
props
it.
to
Yeah,
God.
props to SAB. And
Illuminati.
you know, I had the whole mentality. I was just like, man, all right, let's skip all the formalities. Let's get to the business and whatnot. And I went to my first step practice, and then that's when I met these boys. And yeah, man, Ivory put me on game, and he told me, you know, he made my steps. He gave me my step swagger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
the best.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Wow.
Watch the video.
I mean, like I was just so used to like stepping real crisp, hands
Who
like
was Stepmaster
blades and whatnot.
at this year when you joined? Who was Stepmaster?
Stepmaster was LeBron and you. No, yeah. You and LeBron were sharing the title.
yeah.
But Ivory was kind of like second in command. I joined Student African American Brotherhood, and then I eventually joined High Definition HD Step Team. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, we cleaned house.
Reigning champs.
We won everything.
Reigning champs.
I ain't gonna lie to you, D Ivory. I don't remember what moment I met you. Like, cause bro, college was a blur, especially my freshman year.
For real. College was a blur.
Yeah. But I did get the chance to kick it with you, obviously, in Boston. So one thing is I moved to Boston for a job, and next thing I know, it's a group chat, and then somebody was like, yo, I see a familiar face. And then I got an @ and I was like, man, and somebody had mentioned me, so I was like, who is this? And I see Ivory, I was like, bro, it's no way he's out here. Because matter of fact, I'm in a city that I don't even I don't know anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just pulled up, and Ivory pulled up, so you already know we had to link up plenty of times. So that was
down, bro.
Yeah, we had a crazy Boston
You had a good run.
bro.
Terrible
Really good
decisions.
run.
Terrible. I mean, like from 9 to 5, we were making excellent ones. But then
Y'all
at
jumped in the pier?
5:03,
Y'all jumped in the pier?
jumped in the pier.
Nah, we ain't. Nah, that's not that. Is that a thing?
I mean, we could go hit that hoe. I still live in Boston, nigga. What's up? No.
You was fucking with them snow bunnies, huh?
Nah, I don't believe
Question.
in
I
that.
have a question about.
You was messing with them Stacy's and Stephanie's?
I don't believe in interracial kids.
Stay woke in this motherfucker, huh?
I had to throw that in there. You see how I threw that in there? Like that?
Wow.
I'm playing. All those matters, baby.
You want to get his out canceled. He's joking.
I'm playing.
He's
You know, I'm
joking.
playing. I'm playing.
No, you already know what it is. Black squad in this bitch.
We
you know
just
what
having
I'm saying?
fun. We just having fun. in
So,
here.
Pete, I got a
We need
question.
the black
I got a
button.
question for both of y'all, real quick, because y'all share that Boston experience. Are there black people in Boston?
No.
Hey, you know what Boston is?
What?
Boston is like living from my experience. Boston is like going to a PWI.
I was just about to say that Boston,
Everybody go to Austin in some ways?
the black community is like
They
the
click.
X Lounge at UT.
Yeah, like people they like they know each other. Like you can get linked in with the right people, plug into the right people. But
Yeah.
you go to the store, you're not finna see nobody. Like that.
Gotcha.
But they got a lot of Dominicans.
Is there a
Like
sense of community?
Dominicans up there?
Haitians, yeah.
How they looking on y'all?
The diaspora
do they
is bad.
look- do they know
somebody
if
somebody
y'all
thought
black?
that I was a Dominican. I was Dominican.
Yeah. It's all
When I grew my hair out a little bit and it curls up a little bit, yeah, they just thought it was like Dominican.
course.
Yeah.
They don't think that with me.
But
Let me tell you right now. They think I'm from Mississippi and I am, okay?
Jingle!
For real, bro.
I'm playing this. I'm playing that.
Hey, let's get it. What? Wow.
Y'all niggas tripping.
That is terrible. That is terrible. But no, I mean, it's real though. Like,
So let's go ahead and get into today's topic. Today's topic is called the Come Up Life Hack Edition. Dino, go ahead and talk about like how y'all first met,
I'm
or
gonna walk you
like
through this.
kind of
I'm
like
gonna walk you through this.
go ahead.
so okay, kind of an extension. Okay, so me and David, like I said, we were at a juncture in life where we were pivoting into professionalism, as I like to say. And the journey was rough. Let me say that pivot foot was not strong, right? And we would travel a few times. It was very miserable. Let me say this real quick. We're going to kind of walk you through, right? This is the beginning of the journey. So once I left UT 2011, I got to Houston. My lady moved to Houston with me and we kicking it. David comes down. We all land in the same spot, right? So I was in a position where I was on my hustle, y'all. So I was designing. I was a grassroots guerrilla graphic designer. I used to get in with the promoters and the fraternities. That's how I made my bread. That's how I made my ends. And so I had built a living, right, just off of prowess and expertise that I got through trial and error. So I'm looking for a job in marketing or design or something. Nothing's panning out. I'm on everything. I'm on Monster. I'm on everything all day is applying for jobs. Boom, 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 boom. I get hit back from this, but I'm not going to give them anything because I don't know if they're still in business. If they are, fuck them. I don't want them to get any play. So I'm not. Hell no. I'm not going to say y'all name.
Don't say the name.
I don't want you to get anything. I hope you're shut down. That is what you did is not okay. So it was a marketing agency, quote unquote, but they sold themselves. They sold themselves as direct marketing.
Good Lord.
So I thought that meant, oh, okay. I'm gonna get some good experience now. Straight to consumer.
I'm gonna be directly marketing.
Yeah.
Little did you know.
Oh, I'm rubbing my like a Birdman paws. I'm rubbing them together. Ooh, I'm gonna get it in. And I'm trying to find a four-way into marketing because I know people keep telling me it's hard. Agency is hard, bro.
Wait. So, what this company defined as marketing was really just harassment.
Bro, what we did should have been illegal. It should have been banned in all 50 states. But no, I'm gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you everything that we did because it's ridiculous.
Right.
But it was essentially. It was sales, bro. It was sales, and it was not sold as sales, and it was sales, and what we sold was so miserable. So I was a glorified coupon slinger.
Yo.
My nigga, you was up in Kroger's like snagging and spending coupons for grannies.
I got a great deal for you today. My name is. I'm here today on behalf of NTB, National Tire and Battery. I got a good deal for you today. Oil changes only for $35,000.
So you were selling coupons for Cheddars and Chili's.
I didn't know what direct marketing meant.
I got these bean pies. Got these bean pies.
Bruh, listen. No, this is the thing. They told me it was straight, like, it was marketer to consumer, straight to consumer. It was direct to consumer. What they meant was you gonna go take your ass and go talk to people. Knock on doors. I didn't know that's what direct meant. So I was like, oh, marketing. So, boom, miserable. I came home every day as David and would just drown my sorrows in hookah and liquor. Like,
That's
or
like
whatever. And love. My lady was
That's so messed up. That's like, you know,
it was so bad.
Overcompensating for your job title, like boosting up your job title.
My title was the shit.
Senior
But what y'all
associate.
didn't know is
Senior associate,
partner,
senior partner.
senior junior.
Hey, you act like-
intern.
like-
Wait, what? So am I? What am I? But that's what it was, bro. Like they bigged you up, inflation, but like it was miserable. So I'm coming home, right? And all the while, my lady doing her shit. Like she, like I think she in grad school. I don't even know what's going on. She's doing her shit. She's
vibing.
She's thriving in life. She's out here walking on clouds, and she's
We
beautiful.
selling blood, plasma, shit, trying to
Crying. We're holding each other, and she's over there. Y'all good? Okay, cool. I'm going to pass my test for grad school. Oh, cool. So anyway, David at the time, bro, and I'm gonna hand it off to you. He's working a job. Also, it's like the opposite of sales, though. Go ahead.
So imagine like all these microphones and shit, right? Like imagine if I just come knock on the door and take all this shit.
Yo, what? So you were a repo man,
Bro,
Yes.
You were a repo of what?
A rent a center, nigga. I used to take,
my
nigga, I used to
God,
take-
bro.
wait, what? He worked for Rent Center. He worked for Rent
I
Center.
worked for rent a center, bro. I used to sell you some shit and then be at your door the next week. Like, bro, you know,
You can repossess furniture.
nigga, I used to take apartments.
Wait, so if people didn't pay, you was the one that was like collecting.
He was at the
Yes.
front door.
In a big ass truck. Bro, in a big ass truck.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Have y'all never, y'all
I've never heard
No.
of that.
I've never heard of that. I've never
lived
seen
in
that
the-
before.
Like, bro, like in the hood,
repo-
or in the country.
Look, Bradley saying
They came looking for my mama car one time. My mom used to go park it at my friend's house so that they can come tow it away because we couldn't make the payment.
bro, like peep this, bro.
So they got you doing like pickups by any means.
What was the worst pickup you had to do?
Hold
I
on.
got
'Cause-
a few of them.
But here's the thing, y'all. Here's the thing.
Give us
y'all
like
don't
the worst, like
understand.
funny
It's
one,
a good
funniest
It's a good
one.
It's a
Okay.
good one.
So worse for me or worse for the customer?
Like what was the craziest?
Customer.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was up over there like north of 45. What's that? Something ranch.
Remington Ranch?
Remington Ranch.
Oh, yeah, that's right by the crib.
yeah,
On 45.
Yeah,
on
right
Richie.
on 45. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Like I pulled up, I count the lights. Oh, you got like 4 lights on in different rooms. These niggas home. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So on the weekends,
Terrible.
On the weekends, bro, I never wear like rent-a-center attire.
Oh, he was undercover.
I just parked down the street.
Bro, that's
I was on some training day shit. You know what I'm saying? This is the office, baby. This is the office. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
I just dressed like a Jehovah's Witness, nigga. Like shirt, slacks, nigga.
And you rode the bike. And you rode the bike.
Yeah, bro. So
They probably gave him the toughest jobs on the weekend.
bro.
That's why he had to dress out.
I pulled up. I pulled up
Dress
inside the front
incognito.
door. I went to the back door, right? Open the door.
Hello.
Oh, hey, yeah, my name is David.
You went straight to the back door?
He knows how to move in the streets.
No, I had the best in the region. I had like the best collection race ever. I didn't give a fuck.
He's like a hitman.
Yo.
He's actually the best at doing the worst
Bro,
shit.
I didn't give a fuck, bro. Cause I was like, bro,
He really don't. He had to be like this.
Look at his face when he said that. He's like, he really don't give a
yeah, bro.
He had to be this way.
And this story is gonna tell y'all how much I didn't give a fuck, bro.
Show the camera how you look.
Bro. I look like David Blaine after he finished his magic trick, niggas. so, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? I knock on the door. They, hello.
so
I was like, oh,
so
good afternoon. Basically. So, you know what I'm saying? I pull up, you know what I'm saying? Knock on the door, like, oh, hey, oh, yeah, I'm David. May I speak to whatever the fuck? Just a person, shit I'm about to steal? Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm here to take that TV. And, so, I walked through, you know, they're like, oh, I was about to turn it in anyways. No, you wasn't. I've been calling you for 3 weeks. You was watching this. That was on when I walked through the door.
They was in there watching like a
Ivory,
movie.
have you ever taken stuff from like a family that needed furniture?
This is the story.
That's what we're getting to.
This is the story. So on the way to the TV, I passed up the dining section, right? And I was like, I look at the table, and there was like 7 kids, bro. They were like, hello, mister, how's your day?
Oh, man.
Happy. Like,
7 kids?
That's tough.
7. It was like they were all eating at the table. Like, you know, they're like all multiracial. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It was a
foster
rainbow,
home.
a cacophony.
No, it was a foster home?
It was a foster home.
Yo.
Bro, but the thing is, right before I like drove to this place, they were like, man, we've been chasing it for months. Nigga, I unplugged all that shit. I snatched every cable from that hole. Quick.
You were by yourself or did you have a helper?
By myself, bro.
He was dolo. No, let me tell y'all.
By myself.
What were the kids saying to you?
out,
Were
bro.
they looking at you like,
the
Mister, what are you?
TV, they was like, you're taking it?
All right, bro. I can't even laugh, bro.
Hold on. That's not the worst part. It's not the worst part. Taking our TV. That's not the worst part, y'all. Part 2 to this story is probably about 2 weeks later. This nigga had to go take somebody's refrigerator, and the baby looked at him and said, "Mister, are you taking my food?"
Mommy, what are we going to eat? Oh, my God.
What more do you want from me?
No, this really happened. He really did this,
Bro,
It
like,
sucks.
they're like, mister, you taking the TV? I was like, weren't you eating? You shouldn't be watching TV anyway.
Oh, that's terrible, bro.
Spend time with your family.
Yo, this is, bro.
Isn't this bad? Isn't this terrible?
Bro, but that's
built
not even the worst
character, though.
story.
It built character.
Twice I got guns pulled on me.
You
He
got
got guns drawn.
I got
down
guns
on him.
drawn on me.
Yeah.
But I was like, nigga, I'm from Northside. Nigga, I've been shot before.
Yeah.
What you got? Nigga, I play Call of Duty often. That's it.
Like, for real.
so Ivory.
And
Ivory,
we went from that.
Yeah.
What was your next step, bro?
How do you go from repo man to cybersecurity and
working at
ethical
Facebook.
and
To
ethical
working at Facebook.
hacking?
This is crazy, right? So whenever I wasn't like, you know, ruining lives and shit like that, I was doing like marketing. Not
not direct marketing.
not what this nigga was doing,
Okay,
right?
I thought that
but
was-
You were doing marketing for
shit,
Facebook.
I was for Rent Center, right? So at Rent Center, bro, I was
I remember this. Okay,
I was like photoshopping like flyers and shit like that to drop off at apartments in the area, like with the newest products and prices and shit like that. And like I don't know, I kind of like spruced my resume up to say advertising or some shit, right? So
I like that.
that from Rent Center, I got a job selling insurance
Oh yeah.
at State Farm.
State Farm.
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
a
yeah.
Good, that was a good. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm. And the way I got that job was the interview was dope. It was at the interview I was like, hey man, like yo, put me on the phones. Let me just come in tomorrow and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? So they brought me in tomorrow and they paid me, of course, and they offered me the job. because people are like, oh, I like him.
Okay. So
and
they needed to boost their diversity up.
I made sales before I got certified. So
wait, so you have to, but don't you have to be like licensed as an insurance?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, they needed to meet their diversity quota.
So
they needed a Jake from State Farm at every state location. Hey, that commercial was hilarious.
You know what I'm saying?
Homie did wear khakis too, for real.
Khakis, red shirt.
Oh, for real?
Red shirt,
That was the standard?
The same khakis I wore when I was taking niggas' couches away.
They were stretchy and everything.
Same starch stains on them hoes and everything. Back when we used to crease our pants, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a whole nother. You know what I'm talking about?
That's a different episode.
That's a whole different episode.
That's a different episode.
Yeah.
That's gonna show our age.
They're going to get Bun B on this hoe.
Bro used to keep his the most stars.
Yeah, so I was like selling insurance, and after that I moved back to Austin, and the way I got the job at Facebook was with the marketing advertising bullshit that I had on my resume from like Renison and State Farm. It was like this. It was like I was like, man, I need a job, nigga. I'm broke. I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying? I haven't eaten since the last time I had a gun pulled on me 3 months ago. Nigga, I was like, I'm hungry. What do you want?
For real.
Dang, you didn't feed him?
Bro, he was on his own. He in Austin.
I moved back to Austin.
He in Austin.
So
and this wasn't that long. Like home made a way. Like
it was only
from there to 4th Street.
Yeah.
So you moved back to Austin, and then
you was like downtown in Austin, right?
Yeah. So the Facebook thing was your foray into the tech sector for real,
right.
Technically,
Yeah.
right?
So yeah.
Okay.
I was doing the first I had 2 roles at Facebook. One was like a risk analyst. Basically, Facebook makes like $60 million a day in advertising.
A day?
A day.
Damn.
So my first role was to make sure that they got as much of that 60 million as possible.
Hey, that's why the stock is like $240 something.
Yeah.
Wow, bro, that's incredible.
Yeah. So I worked for that role for like 2 years, and then after that, I switched to an application tester job. Like if you're a developer or a game developer, app developer, you can put like the same ads that you see on Facebook. You put those on your app.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, to make money.
Yeah.
So I was making sure like that you've implemented the Facebook ads the correct way on your app or platform.
And what was your title at that time for a layman?
Application tester.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So real quick, what's the requirements for that? Or did you?
Nigga, can you breathe?
Okay. I was trying to see if it was like a technical role.
No, but that's
you know
good,
what I'm saying?
though. Is the barrier to entry for that position pretty low? Like,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's what I'm trying to.
Is that a good foray into that sector too? Like, I guess that could take you different places.
I honestly wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it again because I was severely underpaid.
Yeah. Slave labor
for 3
Why
years.
Is that the common thing?
The first job, like as a risk analyst, right? Shit, nigga, like bro, I taught myself how to code, and then I coded this program to increase the efficiency of my team.
Were you asked to do that?
No, I was like, bro, I'm tired of doing this shit by myself. So I had a lot of help from like a good friend named Leo from like I've known him since like pre-K type shit.
Yeah,
and we built this program to increases like the efficiency of this certain process, where sometimes it would take people from my team a day or two to complete. We wrote this program to complete in like 5 seconds.
Shit.
Right after that, bro, maybe like 3 months, they cut the contract. I was like,
so you were a contractor this whole
Oh, so you got laid off.
We got
Or it was the end of your contract.
Yeah. I was laid off for like 2 weeks.
You didn't know you were a contractor?
Yeah. But so like they
It sounded like you didn't know you was a contractor, bro.
no, but this thing, right? But this thing, bro, like
So how did you find? How the hell from that point did you stumble into ethical hacking, bro?
Right.
Like, hacker. Right. Like, how did you find? I mean, you spent a lot of time on the computer. Mm-hmm. Like this whole time, y'all. What he's leaving out, he was a photographer. I want to say that now.
I was a better graphic designer.
Oh, you crazy as hell, boy! Don't get me started out here. In these
Oh, you were
streets.
better than D?
Nah, fuck no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all right though.
I was about to say, like, you want a new job?
Wow.
I'm just kidding. I'm just
hope, nigga, bitch, nigga.
That's fucked up.
I'm just kidding. We love you.
What?
Yeah.
That nigga's tripping.
So D was my mentor throughout all that shit.
But P, he was always on the computer. He was already in the tech sector in senses we didn't even know, right? So like he was already familiar. Like I remember him Melanie his computer back in the day. He had this black MacBook. He like took it apart, put it back together. I was like, what is wrong with this guy? He fixed it. I was like, bro, you can just get another one.
I built that whole.
He built it. Like I was like
rebuilt that.
Why? But he was just interested in the shit from scrap. So
You taught that you taught
he
yourself.
always
how to,
had that
I'm
like
self-taught
technical
on everything
acumen.
I do.
Yeah, that's a
what's up.
fact.
Graphic design, coding.
So how,
cybersecurity.
what YouTube?
Huh?
YouTube is
How did you learn?
YouTube, Cybrary. Like I read a lot, even though like I, people don't think I read.
Okay, if
but
you had
I
to,
read a
niggas don't
lot.
read Fancy Monkey. If you had to have three, like what were your top three things that you feel got you most acclimated to the industry in that
In cybersecurity?
Yeah.
For sure, Group Me because I joined like Backs in Tech. Then I also joined like I was like, hey, I think I want to do this. They're like, oh, let me add you to minorities cybersecurity.
Yeah.
After like teaching myself how to code and coding for like a couple of years and fucking building computers.
Yeah, literally.
I was like,
all the software.
what can I do? You know what I mean? Like, what can I do with this?
Yeah.
Like most importantly, what can I do with what interests me?
Yeah. How can you make your interests? Like how can you finesse those situations where
A man is of success if he wakes up in the morning, gets to bed at night, and in between does what he wants to do. So you have to think about that. Like, what would I do for free that I want to get paid for? Whenever I moved back to Houston, for like those 3 months, I was sleeping on the floor in my mom's house, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like sleeping 2 hours a night.
Yeah.
Right before I accepted this job, I accepted like an artificial intelligence robotics job in Houston here, and like they were like, okay, cool. We want you to start in 3 weeks in Boston. I was like, cool. That's going to allow me to like bullshit for 3 weeks, quit that same day, catch a flight. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, that was my plan. So they hit me back the next day. Like, they were like, oh yeah, they want you to start 6 days. I was like, yo, give me a place to sleep until I get paid. Book my flight till I get paid. You know what I'm saying? Hook a nigga up. I got you. Nigga, they sent me all the details the next day, and I was like, bet. But that's the thing, right? You like, are you really like on a day-to-day basis?
You never thought this was a scam.
Yeah. Are you preparing yourself for the blessings that you deserve?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's cool that you went through that season of taking jobs and maneuvering through areas where you didn't necessarily have an interest in. I know I can definitely relate because, shout out to those who served the country. I joined the military as a conduit, or as, if you will, a train to get me to this level where we are right now. And I committed 6 years of my life trying. Yeah. 6 years of my life, to the Air Force, and providing that service. And but it was a deeper meaning. Everybody joins the military for a particular reason, whether to serve your country, to provide for your family and your friends and your village back at home, or to find your purpose in life. And so for me, it was all about investing, clearing out the debt, the curse that, most black people have.
So you saw
that America,
the economic opportunity in the position.
Absolutely. And I feel like that a lot of people join the military for that reason. But anyways, my reasons were build my equity, clear out debt, boost my experience in education. Okay. And then
get another degree. You got your master's.
You got your master's too.
And then so
let's give some love. I agree. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. So it was those three things, and then get to a point in my life where I was confident enough to really chase and go get my dreams. And so I served 2 deployments when I was in the military. The first one actually paid for our wedding, Sam and I's wedding. No wedding debt, nigga. Wedding debt free.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
That's a blessing. Shout out to everybody who showed up to the wedding and provided all the monetary gifts.
The wedding was amazing, by the way.
Yes, thank you. Appreciate it.
That's
amazing.
a fact.
Hey, you know.
Hey, let that be a lesson.
But
I try to have no wedding debt, bro. Don't go into debt for no wedding.
Yeah, exactly.
Take that home. Put it in your back pocket.
And then the second deployment was solely geared towards investments. That's when I first got an investment account, and Courtney and a couple of other mentors and close peers showed me the game of stocks and investments. And I just put a good amount of money, like around 20, 30K into my investment vehicle, and then I've been like just the past year. Hey man, you got to leverage your network and your circle, man. Always surround your people with people that
amazing,
you want to be like,
and move in the same direction.
You know, so shout out to Corn and a couple of other people that really definitely put me on game and educated me on how to leverage the market. And it's been steadily on an incline and increasing, and I'm appreciative because as desirable as it is to pull out that money,
you gotta let it rock.
You have to hold on.
You
have to hold on to it because you just never know. I mean, like you hear the stories. You hear about that guy that like he invested what 200,000 investments of Bitcoin, and then he put it on the hard drive and then just let it sit for what 10 15 years, and then that turned into $200 million. Now it's unfortunate because he can't even unlock he has 2 more attempts to unlock that hard drive. But I'll be heartbroken. But at that point
he needs your services, bro.
But I want people that are tuning in to take that as a lesson, is to just really be patient and trust the process because it will work for you. It will absolutely work for you. So this is just the beginning stages of me in regards to investment. I'm just finished up my first year, and I'm already up like by 25%. So shout out to Corn, man.
Shout that man out.
I'm gonna give me a Corn sticker and put it on my bar.
Hey, real quick, because there's something else you said that's also I feel like a take home is the whole time I'm hearing this is like, this was, bro, you even broke down the 2 deployments and their purposes. Like, this had a strategic aim, and this had a strategic. But I'm thinking, bro, you in Kuwait in the sand in the heat, like in another country, like with bombs bursting overhead. Like bombs bursting in there, like you was living that shit.
It was a humbling experience.
But Pete, for you, it was worth that for those economic and whatever wins, like for those goals. So like, there's another lesson. Like, you do have to like sacrifice and be hella uncomfortable because you saw that as opportunity, and look, you did it, and boom, and you where you at, and like, you're moving. But some people, it's not worth it. Like I didn't go military route. Every other guy in my family did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's something to take home too. If you have a goal, the only way you're going to achieve it is if you really work for it and you be uncomfortable.
Where does the money reside for you, Cord?
So my story is just kind of quick too, because I lived in San Antonio, and y'all know.
Every time I want to do it, I can't. I'm not going to.
Well, no, because I mean, I think we all share a theme of like chasing what you want to do. So after college, I took a job with the San Antonio Spurs. Worked with them for 3 years. And then I was like, you know what? It was a good job, but it didn't pay that much. So I moved to. I was like, I thought I had a lot of transferable skills. I was obviously a graduate of the business school. I was like, let me get on something that's going to pay me. So I got on that Oracle.
Make some money.
And start making some money. Yeah. And then year 1 did great. Year 2, I was like, well, on the sales side, I had sales experience. They make over 6 figs. I'm about to do that. And I was looking at opportunity. I really wanted to get back to Houston ASAP. So I looked at Houston for all opportunities, and they just didn't have anything in Houston, but they had an opening. One guy I helped close a deal with. He was based out of Boston, and he was super cool. So long story short, chopping up with him, I was like, yeah. So how's the sales side? He was like, sales side's cool. If you ever think about going on the sales side, let me know. I told him, I was like, yes, like cool. I'm trying to make that move. And he was like, apply for this job. I interviewed with him. And literally in 2-3 weeks, I had just bought a car.
Oh shit.
Out here. So I bought a car in San Antonio, but I I was like, yeah, I'll pull up at Boston. At the time, I was single.
Yeah. And this was with the same company, though.
It was Oracle, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was with Oracle, moved to Boston.
Now, was this an increase in salary? What was the incentive for you to make this move across the country, bro?
I almost doubled how much money I was making.
So you and him alike?
Yeah, we was in the same way. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Boston is.
So bro, we was in Boston.
You niggas over there,
bro. We was in Boston making money.
Damn, I might need to look on Boston.com and see what's going on.
Boston.com.
They got anything going for me? Shit.
we was making money, but it was just a new experience for me. It was more so go somewhere, be uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like, put yourself out there. I ain't know nobody in Boston. Mm-hmm. Shout out to the people I met. Some of them I still consider like real close friends.
Some of you don't.
Nah, it's not even that. But Boston was straight. Boston was cool. And then then I thought, like, I'm gonna be here for a couple of years. Boom, boom, boom. But God had other plans. Like, I had another
Courtney had other plans, bro.
Hey,
this nigga left me, my nigga. This nigga left me out there, bro.
Nah, bro.
Wow.
I had
fun.
Wow.
I know.
Fun.
He left you hanging, bro.
And then he just bounced.
I had an opportunity to make a little bit around the same bag in Houston. So the money transfers way longer down here.
Now that's actually facts. So whatever you're making down there, if you take this,
it's almost like I was taking my life and just moved it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but those dollars stretch a lot more down here. They get you a lot more bang for your buck down these ways.
So,
well, that's kind of a no-brainer though.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's again following opportunity. I dig that.
Yeah.
What's your story?
So, I mean, for me, it kind of goes back to two really main resounding ideas. One of them is the power of you. I just think that a lot of people don't. Well, I won't say a lot of people. I'll use I statements. For me, it was a situation where I didn't realize how much I could do. And Courtney, he spoke to this in one of the previous episodes, maybe number one, where like we don't realize the power inside of us. Self-doubt is a powerful thing.
It really is.
Guy. No, it really is, because you can get in your own way so much or hold yourself back. And the crazy thing is, we know our weaknesses, so we're the most like powerful thing against ourselves.
Yeah, we're the most critical.
We're the most critical
of ourselves.
And so for me, like, self-doubt was an inhibitor to progress in many ways. Once you get past that and you can kind of see past it and move past that, that's a big one. I would say second is...
Well, before you get into the second, like how does that apply to you?
Okay.
Do you have an example?
Well, I mean, yeah. So for me, and it's even, I mean, we're living it right now, Potnas podcast. I've had so many passion projects and creative endeavors that have sat stagnant. And I saw a quote, and JT says it all the time, bro, you can have the dopest shit, but if it's sitting on a bookshelf in the closet and nobody sees it, then what does it mean? You know what I mean? Like, so like, you're right. I spend a lot of time overthinking and not doing. You can think so much that you inhibit your actions. And so like, this podcast is a perfect example, bro. Hella ideas. Ideation is easy to me. I'm a natural creative. Linking up with people who like are helping to do. And it's dope because you link up with a doer and you're a thinker or a dreamer or whatever. There's like an accountability factor too, which is ill, because it's like there's locomotion, there's movement behind, you know what I'm saying? There's a push behind what you're doing. You can't not move.
Yeah, Dino received so much clientele.
Bro,
you know,
people, yeah.
Once we launched the podcast,
5 people hit me up just off the creative.
And those are people who know you. You haven't even tapped into the
3 of those people I knew.
Yeah.
2 of them I didn't. And this isn't even including, you just hit me up with something else. Like, okay, cool. So add that to the mix. But point is, it's like, opportunities can be right in front of you and you can miss them by putting blinders on, and you put them on. Right. So getting your own way. So again, for me, it meant not being, I could have had some things accomplished that I wanted to much earlier. But the ill thing is, stick with it, bro. Like, everything is in God's time. Everything's in his right timing. Right.
Absolutely.
And so that's one thing. Second thing I would say is, I always like to say I took the backdoor pause into my industry. Right. Because I didn't listen.
Taking the road less travel.
Taking the road less travel. I didn't go to school for what I do. I went to school. I got my degree a couple years later, but like I didn't study what I do. I wasn't I didn't was a graphic design and part of me for a moment was like, damn, I wish I had. But now, like, where I'm at, my level of expertise, what I've accomplished in the field, where I'm at, my professional acumen, bro, I'm the shit. Like, it doesn't matter. You
developed your
absolutely
your skill while you were in college, but it had nothing to do with your major.
It had nothing to do with my major.
Ivory, like if I recall, you don't have your degree either, right?
No, none of
And you're making
And never
six
studied,
figures.
like, that
by
a bit
computer
more
thing.
than that.
You make it all right. You're making more than
You
6
better
figures.
put some respect on
Then
my
what the
80
hell are we
piece.
doing? Like,
My 80
why are we
piece.
wasting?
No,
Well, yeah, you're not making
You
more.
want to fuck with you, huh?
No, but here's the thing.
Is
Here's
that
the
why
thing.
he's on the show?
You said what? No. I'm still the same nigga, bro.
But no, money to make. But see, here's the thing, right? Is okay. We talk about like what our journeys were. The fact that you have ascended from repoing couches to being a 6-figure nigga is there's that journey that you had to believe in you in order to get to that point,
Right.
Bro, it's at any given moment you could be like, I don't know. I don't really know this. I didn't study this. I had to battle through that. I didn't study this because I was linked up and sitting side by side. My peer group was in people who learned this, the professional, they had technical prowess. Bro, it's all bullshit because I was designing loops around these people, right? Like creative strategy, crazy. It wasn't until I had a situation where I was put in a position, a growth opportunity where I was working alongside a creative agency, an ad agency that I was working for with my 9 to 5. And their professional prowess, their technical and creative acuity was quite subpar. I'm sitting side by side with a senior art director, and I'm like, yo, it's some bullshit. My ideas are way better. My shit's way better, right?
Yeah.
I kicked my shit. That for me was a big boost. It was like, okay, I know I'm comparatively speaking, like that was a big confidence booster. And that and people have different catalysts. For me, that was a way for me to get out of my own way. It knocked out the apprehension, knocked out the self-doubt. I was like, bro, what are you doing? Like, look, proof point, right? So I don't know, like maybe look for those, try to see beyond yourself. And the road less traveled was, again, just to punctuate the point. I did not study what I do in college. Most of us, statistically speaking, most people who do it their 9 to 5 don't study that shit, right? And numerous degrees, like it was just, for me, it was just a qualification that I have a degree. They didn't give a shit what it was in. Could have been in, you know what I mean?
They cared about the experience.
They cared about the experience.
And what you're capable of doing and filling the void that they had.
And I had at that point, I had a really good portfolio because I had worked for UT as a designer. You know what I mean? I had a portfolio just from my independent work at that time. And so that got me like having those, having that resume and then those actual, like they could see the creative, they could see the work. My portfolio is what got me in the door to the corporate realm. And that's how I got where I'm at.
And so I'm glad that you said that because like your story and Ivory's story are one and the same.
Oh, they're similar. No doubt.
You know, in regards to taking the road less travel. And it proves that a degree is just something that shows that you can apply yourself. And
it has merit for sure.
Right.
But it's not
it has
100%
merit,
necessary
but
for everything.
Right.
Yeah. There's other things.
And that's what we want our listeners, like if you're taking anything from this episode, we want you to walk away with knowing that if you are struggling, because school isn't necessarily for everybody, but
yeah, facts.
But and if you know that it's not necessarily your niche, then find what you're truly passionate about. Find what you're gifted in, because everybody has a gift, and you just pursue that. Invest the time, the money, or whatever resource that you have. Even connect, like I mentioned before, Courtney put me on game, right? You know, hey, uncomfortable is where the magic happens.
You're setting me up for something too. Yeah.
Go ahead, get into it.
The thing about that, like, I don't have my degree, but I did discover myself through college. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so there's a lot of growth there.
Yeah, like a few months after I started my job, I went to speak to another high school in the district that we all graduated from in the high school, right? And maybe like 100 high school kids. And they're like, one of the hardest questions that they asked was, do I need to go to college? From someone who didn't complete it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And still would never need to at this
point. So what did you say to
sense.
them?
Education is always the
paramount.
Goal.
Yeah.
I like that. Education is always the goal, but it doesn't necessarily look like a university.
It doesn't have to have one loans attached to it.
That's good.
Nigga, $100,000 worth of loans, right? Like shit.
Ivory, your story, first of all, is inspiring in many different ways.
Thank you.
I think one of the things that I took away from a high level is not just your story and how you went from from one place of your life and how everything was an experience for you. But I think what everyone can really take away is that at some point when you found out what you wanted to do and what your passion was, it's almost like, and I even heard this today, matter of fact, ironically, a guy was saying always, it's not about getting to that point like ASAP, right? It's not about school to career to success to I'm making this kind of money. For you, and even for pretty much all of us, our story was we took calculated steps and we kind of just took one step at a time. And I think that's one of the biggest things. It's like, we don't always have the answers. I don't know what the next step for this is. I don't know what the next step after that is. You can assume you go to school to UT and then you'll graduate in this. And in your case, you went to UT, you learned about yourself. You got from that. You learned. And then, but what it was is you took step by step by step by step. Yeah. And so as you continue to keep going, progress is inevitable. Am I right? So, and that just goes from, and you learn, and all the valuable things that you want to take away happen within those steps, right? Networking, putting yourself out there, studying, sleeping on the floor, grinding, not getting 2 hours of sleep.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Moving, right? Yeah. Moving across the country.
Absolutely.
So I think everyone, and the crazy part is about all of our stories is that we're young. Yeah. Right. So as much as it sounds like a story, I don't want people to forget is that, although we've come to a point, we got a lot more places to go, a lot more things to do. So, hey, this is a mirror of episode 1. When I said the one thing that I wish I knew, right? Yeah, that's is, right. Yeah. So in your shoes and in my shoes and y'all's 2 shoes, I feel like we got a responsibility because for people coming up, they need to take, their story shouldn't be as complex, right? They should have, the blueprint needs to be passed. Yeah. So imagine if young David had somebody come through and be like, this is your story to a kid that's in 11th grade, 12th grade. In their mind, they're like, I always wanted to do cybersecurity. He did what certification? Right. He did this, and that. Yeah. Next thing you know, you got a 23, 24-year-old, 22-year-old, 21-year-old doing the same thing you're doing.
I think the most beautiful thing, Ivory, about your story is you show how successful the reroute process can look.
Reroute, I like that.
Yeah.
You can even reword the reroute process to him believing in himself. D, to your point. Yeah. And sorry, JT, for cutting you off. Okay. But D, to your point, you even talk about how what's stagnant for you now.
Yeah. That's a fact.
It's that self-doubt.
I'm just working past that. Still am.
So I think it's almost like a lot of stuff is always in us, but we just never,
I got you.
Right.
We never take that route because it's like, nah, I'm going to just.
It's just like a video game.
It's convenient, bro. Yeah. Staying straight is convenient, bro. It feels good.
Like Ivory, one thing I've admired about you from the moment that I met you up until now and seeing the whole process unfold is you were on the path of a structured route, of a structured story that wasn't yours, and God rerouted you.
Exactly.
He took you out of that situation by force. By not putting food on your table.
He followed
by making you, by getting you hungry. Yeah. Like literally.
Yeah.
Rerouted you back to Houston.
Humble your ass.
In Houston.
Rent a center your ass.
Sleeping on the floor that motivated you enough to actually chase after what you're gifted and talented and interested in. And then you were able to monetize that. And then it has got you here. That's why you're on the show. And we appreciate you. And I hope that the takeaways and everybody that's listening hears and can actually reach out to you by the time we end this episode and they get all your ad information.
Fellas, can we toast to this?
I think this deserves a toast. I
think this is time. Can we toast to this? I think that Dino should lead the toast.
Today's toast, man, is really dedicated to our journeys, right, David? You're a little bro. I done seen you come up from the come up, and so today's toast is to you, to your journey. And not only that, but, a lot of what you do and a lot of what we didn't even get into that, it will be coming in the future is what you do and what you plan to do, right? For people to make opportunities and make pathways for them to come to where you're at. And so toast to that, toast to blacks in tech who are currently there. For those who don't know this exists, you can do this too. Shout out to Black Excellence. And again, shout out to, the idea of believing in self and how we already have what we need to do, what we need to do.
Let's get it.
Get him up. Touch and agree.
Yeah.
Damn, nigga, tap my glass. No ass nigga. This nigga just walked away.
Long ass
Don't
arm.
crack that. Hey, don't crack that. That's an expensive glass right there.
That's a good one.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for this episode. Ivory, thank you for coming on episode 5 and sharing your story. Fellas, as always, appreciate y'all. Let's go ahead and get into following on all social platforms, starting with Cornitos.
Hey, real quick before I get my at name, make sure if y'all have any cybersecurity questions, any information that y'all want to learn from D Ivory, make sure y'all contact him, please. We don't just give these handles out just for shits and giggles. Like, reach out, get some information. But for myself, you could follow me on all platforms at Javon_Cole 92. That's JAVAN_COLE 92.
David, give yours, bro. Where you at, fam? Where can they find you
It's
at?
on me. On Instagram and Twitter. My DMs are open to all cybersecurity questions.
What's your
Okay, good job. Good job.
At THIRDEYEVORY, Third Ivory.
Okay, that's kind of clever.
Third
A little
eye.
bit. Almost a little clever.
You know what I'm saying? Hit me up, please. David Ivory on LinkedIn as well.
I dig it. Me,
Dino.
on the other hand, you can find me, Dino, at the dictionary. That's THE_DIXONARY.
I am at JT Got Soul. That's JT Got SOLE. Follow us on all platforms: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube at Potnas Podcast. That is at POTNAS Podcast.
Yeah, man.
All right.
And for any inquiries, make sure y'all send us an email. You can reach us at contact@potnaspodcast.com.
Oh yeah.
Already.
Hey, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We see y'all next episode. Peace.
Peace.
Bitch. It's the Potnas Podcast. It's the Potnas Podcast, you bitch. You know what I'm saying?